What's going on, guys? It's the Western Nomad. My Pacific Northwest road trip started here. Not really in the Pacific Northwest, but I'm going to cover Salt Lake because I always wanted to go here and I've never been. This could be the safest, cleanest, most tolerable metropolitan city we have left in America. And a lot of people are moving here. Very desirable area. Kind of the history of this place is in 1847, Brigham Young, who was an LDS religious leader, and you'll hear me say LDS throughout this video. That's referring to the Latter-day Saints, a religious Christian sect. And you know, they had a hard time out east. They were kicked out pretty much everywhere, and then they had to pack up and go out west. Brigham Young saw this Salt Lake Valley and he was like, this is the place, let's settle here. So he did, and all of his people came out, and you know, the town developed. The big structure in town is the LDS Salt Lake Temple, which took 40 years to build, and now they are rebuilding it so it can withstand earthquakes. In 1850, the U.S. declared Salt Lake an official territory. 1869, the Transcontinental Railroad came through, brought a lot of economic opportunity to the area, and in 1896, Utah was granted official statehood after the LDS ended their practice of polygamy, which was a big thing with the U.S. government. They didn't like it, and you know, a lot of controversy around that lifestyle. Apparently, they don't do that anymore. And then after World War II, this became a center for education, healthcare, finance. So it has a good economy. And of course, in 2002, the Winter Olympics were held here. So I feel it's somewhat of an overlooked city, but has gained a lot of attention in the past years just for its high ranking of, you know, quality of life and places to move to. And this is a shot there of the Salt Lake Temple, which again is under construction, and they're making it more structurally sound for God knows what our environment will throw its way. My thoughts of Salt Lake City, I was like, wow, this is a really peaceful, clean city. I wish Denver was like this. And perhaps it was like 30, 40 years ago. Who knows? This is Flanker Square. I got some dinner here. Just grabbed a burger. It was good. I don't think Utah is really known for its food. You know, most of the West, if you come out here and you're ordering food, you just want to go with the beef products. So steak, burgers, you know, stuff like that. Elk. Yeah, don't order Chinese or Italian food in this part of the country. But anyone who's migrated out here from the East Coast already knows that. So I'm going to let you enjoy the footage of Salt Lake. I was only here one day, so I really couldn't explore the area too much. It was kind of like, you know, I got into town and had to be out to Boise the next day. So stay tuned for that video. And yeah, it's just a lovely place. I would love to come back here and explore the outdoor recreation and really see what's going on out here, because a lot of people are moving out here, and especially from Denver, because from what I've heard, the outdoor access is better here in terms of just getting to where you need to go. You're closer to the mountains, as you can see. Not like Denver, where, you know, the mountains are far in the distance. You're kind of right up against the Wasach Range. And, you know, of course, Park City, Ogden, you know, those aren't far away. So good place to ski, do outdoor activities, and hopefully not be sitting in traffic for hours and hours like you will in Denver on I-70 on a ski weekend. So something to think about. If you're looking to relocate, Salt Lake City might be a good option for you. It is, you know, again, very conservative up here, and I think things are changing slowly. So I believe medical marijuana, if you have a license, is legal in Salt Lake, which was news to me. I never thought this state would ever legalize the devil's lettuce. But, you know, just goes to show you times are changing, and you know, these cities are growing for a reason, and you know, I guess they're trying to catch up with the times. Utah is just one of those, you know, it's been traditionally very red and conservative, and you put the LDS, and that's without the LDS influence. This is, you know, one of the most conservative parts of the country. But you know, Salt Lake, it's trying to be somewhat progressive. So we'll see what this place looks like in a decade. So in the 1800s, this was a pretty rowdy place, and Butch Cassidy and his gang hung out here a lot, and they did a lot of robberies and became legends amongst the locals. And on the opposite side of the coin, the famous lawman and sheriff John D. Kane, who's apparently a real famous guy, took a tough stance on crime, and he was known for taking on outlaws and not being afraid of them, and dubbed the people's sheriff. So, you know, like most Western towns, at one point or another, you know, pretty lawless, rowdy place. And now look at it. It's like perfect, almost. I know there are some more undesirable areas here in the outskirts. I know there are drugs and homelessness and some minor homeless camps. But I didn't see that in the city center itself. I think you have to go near the outskirts to kind of see the undesirable parts of Salt Lake. And this guy, Brigham Young, who basically founded the area, became the governor and mayor of Utah, and really is responsible for a lot of the economic and commercial growth that happened here over the years. So Salt Lake has a real interesting and dynamic history, and you know, before any white man was here, like most places in the West, the Native Americans called this place home. So the Utes, the Paiutes, and the Shoshone lived here, and you know, like most places out west, they eventually got driven out, and you know, this place has gone through a lot of change over the years, but you know, it still maintains that kind of rugged frontier mentality. I feel, you know, once you leave the city, you know, you're in the Utah desert, and it's pretty rural out here. So I think this is Highway 15. Drop me a comment if I'm wrong. Tell me where I am. So I was just driving out of Salt Lake and heading up to Boise. I was just like looking around and going, wow, this is a somewhat fertile valley for Utah. I see grass. I see farmable land that's somewhat irrigated, and I guess that's why Salt Lake became popular too, is you know, you have water there, which is very rare for Utah, and it's a pretty valley. And now, as I was making my way up northern Utah into southern Idaho, the drive got pretty boring. It's you know, the eastern parts of these states aren't that pretty, to be honest. They're kind of boring. So all the beautiful West Coast mountains and coastline that's on the western side of the states that I'm visiting in this road trip. So a lot of what I saw was just prairie and, you know, rolling hills of brown grass, but there were spots that were really pretty. So if you want to check out the Boise video, just look in the description and on the side of my channel. You should find it, and let me know if I got anything wrong in this video, any of the facts about Salt Lake. If you have any commentary about what this place is like, feel free to drop me a comment as well. Thanks again for watching and your support.